Today we are going to see what would happen if the three strongest continents went to war with the rest of the world. Now this would be very, very unlikely because we have India and Pakistan, Russia and the United States, well, Russia and NATO. All of NATO is in this. So, how would this break out? So, there are a lot of ways that everyone could go. I'm going to go, well, me personally, I will go this way. I'll start with the Americas, then Europe and Africa. Well, and then I'll do all this later, after the America. So the Americas will instantly send troops down. Moving into Colombia. They'll instantly send troops down, moving into Colombia. Once they claim a lot of land, they will eventually push down and take all of Colombia. They can't really move into Brazil because of the Amazon Amazon rainforest right here. Well, no, it's more like this. That's more of the Amazon rainforest, so they just need to stay out of there because the Americas, the North, you know what it's like. This one here knows what it's like to be in the Amazon or rainforest. They'll push into Venezuela, and eventually they will, be held back. The Brazilians will have a small counter-offensive away from their territory and other territories. Basically, they're all going to unite into one country. Because that's the easiest way to put it, and it's the easiest thing to do. And it saves me from having to draw the borders. Now that the whole world is united, America will have a breeze flying through this. Don't forget, it's all of Mexico, America, and Canada. So it's not just weak countries. Well, it is technically, but not very, very weak countries. Don't forget, these countries also have naval dominance over, like, the whole world. I think we're done with the Americas now. But, well, not yet, because there's been a huge counter-offensive in the Amazon. And it almost sends everyone back to it does send everyone back to Colombia and Venezuela. Now don't forget, this is the whole North American continent power. Let's see here. over down in Europe, they are sending literally all of their troops down into Africa. Same with Asia. They are sending everything down into Egypt, taking it all effortlessly, and Turkey will go on expansionist mode, and they will do like some Ottoman Empire type stuff. They will try to thicken their front line up here, but the when the Asians aren't here yet, they will be severely pushed back and even removed in some areas. Like here, they are completely removed, and then these are all shipped back or killed. Eventually, when the Asians arrive, they will instantly have an advantage because, well, Asia is the most populated continent because of a few people, few countries, not looking at anyone specific. Anyways, and they will start to... There's something going on outside. Oh my god! Now there's a car alarm, like a car has been just been hit. Eventually, all of the land that Europe lost will be regained by naval landings, and they are all all the Africans are extremely busy trying to fend off this area here. The Oceanian continent will be doing quite well. They will take out Taiwan, and they'll move up the Malaysian continent, or the Malaysian and Thai tail. Moving into Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Thailand. And they will start to branch out, taking this area. And yeah. Even though they are gaining a lot more land, even though they're gaining, they are physically losing land in the background. Now, this isn't any really important areas, it's literally just random countries and Amazon. Well, no, not Amazon, because the Amazon rainforest is down here. They will continue their little push down over here, but eventually the Oceanians will reach up with the border of China, where there are at least 1 million troops, at least, because it's also Russian troops, Indian troops, Pakistani troops, Chinese troops, pretty much a quarter of all of the military are across, well, a quarter of all these countries in this circle against Oceania. Yeah, no, you ain't winning that. Africa will have a huge pushback, going all the way back to the Thorn of Africa, which is very good for the Africans because now they can put their navy into actual, because they can put themselves into actual actual Asia. There we go. The Oceanians will have small pushbacks until the Red Team has enough, and they are going to liberate a huge area that was just taken, and tons and tons of navy will be sent down around here and all the way down, going past the navy of Oceania, and they will take all of the islands, including New Zealand and Papua New Guinea and all those. Some Indonesian islands until they reach near the front line, and they will land in Australia. Spiders will give them a really hard time here, so they will have to think of some other ways, such as landing in different areas. I'm really messing this. My colours are the moon, bro. The Africans will have a really fun time going up into desert that they already know, so it won't be very difficult for them, but it will be quite difficult for the European military to fend them off because, well, they're not used to desert, because Europe is a tropical, well, no, not tropical, but a good climate continent, and compared to this warm, hot climate. Even though that they are losing a lot of land, even though the Asians are losing a lot of land, they are gaining a lot of land in Northern Africa. Same with Europe. Like, this is going to be quite hard for Africa to win. But all of Saudi Arabia, Oman and Yemen are taken, and they are starting to leak into Iran and Iraq. They reach the Black Sea, and they will start to thicken their little front line around the Black Sea, and eventually the Europeans will get their stuff together and they will start to push in, cutting off this whole area and liberating it with a lot of force, but they will have a lot of force at contact, but overall it's no use. You're literally going up against the 3 strongest continents. Now, the reason why I'm focusing on this area so much and not going back to America, and going like that, and that, and then that, and that, it's because this is where the actual war is happening. But anyway, I will now head back here. While everything is going on, the Americans will have a really rough time going into here, but eventually they will manage to take. But eventually they will get their whole military and specialised forces, and they will start to flood in with their whole military and navy. They'll make tons of naval landings everywhere. But the Africans, the Australians, and yeah, that's it. They will have a huge counter-offensive. And this might not be possible, but let's just say it is, so it's fair. But the Penguins have arrived. The Penguins have arrived, and they are having no mercy. They wipe out literally every landing, and they will start to eat up the Americans until they get encircled, and everything inside the circle will be lit on fire, and yeah, they're gone. So then the Americans will have a really fun time heading through the Amazon. Basically, they're just burning everything. and they will be exploding any resistance. There'll be a medium pushback over in the east, but overall the Americans will just regain it back, and they will aim for Brasilia, and it will be captured. Next, since it's all encircled, it will basically just fall into American hands, and they're going to fall. Penguins are back, and they're going to have another huge offensive, bring them all the way back to the entrance of the Amazon, but not over here because that is a bit too warm for now. It's a bit too warm because it's still on fire, and they will light small bushes on fire down the coast here. So, and then they'll make a huge forest fire over here, encircling tons of penguins and troops, and they will start to push down into Chile, avoiding the mountains, but taking all of this. Unfortunately for the Americans, the penguins are just way too strong to actually land. It's a bit too cold down here, so I have a feeling Antarctica is going to be the last one standing, and that is a spoiler, so yeah. My bad. Eventually, they'll send specialised forces down here to take all the mountain range, and they will not burn anything this time because this is very valuable stuff and it will kill everyone. They burn it all to smithereens, and they will just arrest all the penguins. Now that this is all done, they are sending all of their troops over to Europe, Africa and Asia, and even Oceania from the Pacific Ocean. So yeah. After they land in Europe, they will instantly be sent down to Africa, and Africa will have a hard time trying to push back until it is checkmated. But over in Asia and Oceania, they are completely pushed back because of the inconvenience. Taiwan will be liberated, and there will be a landing made in the Philippines, where more islands are taken. And America, being used with spiders because of the Brazilian wandering spiders, they killed like at least 100 troops. So they are very used to spiders, and they'll just shoot it down or crush them with their fingies or toes. So Australia is basically cooked now because the spiders were their only defense, and they're getting fought by literally all sides till more and more penguins arrive, and this is much worse than before because they are armed. They took the gun when they killed all the troops. They took the guns, and now it's armed penguins versus armed Americans. Who do you think is going to win? They will liberate the whole southern part of Australia, but they will not be able to move up into the south because it's very hot up here. They will be able to make small advantages, but not very much. The only place where they will be able to make an advantage is in New Zealand. And liberation of some South American colonies. Penguins will try their best to not get caught, and they will actually get pretty far before getting caught. They will get all the way up to here without getting caught, and American troops have to rush their way back. The moment they get back, the Penguins have already liberated all of Argentina and Chile, and they are moving up to Brasilia. The Americans will try their best, but they bring all their troops back, which means that the Australians and the Penguins over here will have a really fun time re-liberating their whole country, taking back all the islands. And checkmating it until the Americans come back. But more and more penguins are being born, and that just increases the win rate for Australia, and almost the whole continent is liberated. America will gain some ground over here, but they will mainly lose land over here where it's not as protected. Now, the Penguins will be making it very thick, so it will be hard to actually push in, but the Americans will actually use that thick thing to their advantage, so they will use that less amount of troops on this side to invade. Eventually they will start to move up, and they will encircle pretty much almost all of the troops that were over here. But don't worry, more and more guns are being held out to the Americans, Canadians and Mexicans, Cubans, Haitians, the Bahamans, Jamaicans, and others, which give them a huge advantage over. But they will encircle more troops, and they will wipe them off the map. And basically this is just a checkmate, or it's just back and forth. It's basically half America, half of North America, and half of South America. And yeah, I need a toilet, so I'll be back. Over in Africa, they'll lose a easy bit of land, but the Africans will swipe right back in, and the Asians and Europeans will lose some land. It's basically just a big checkmate now, because of all the penguins and all of that. So overall, the red team would win, but Antarctica is the one keeping everyone afloat. But if this impossible occurrence did actually happen in real life, they would drop nukes on everyone, so yeah. Every country with nukes is on the same team, such as America, Russia, China, India, UK, France, and that's it. Those are the only countries with nukes. And Israel and Iran. I will not be symbolizing nukes for just this video, maybe next video. Check out Asdas Pro, he is one who has given me all the inspiration for this. And yeah. About that video, well, I was meant to do a 5-hour video. I recorded it on my phone and I can't send it over to my tablet, which I'm recording on right now. I literally cannot record it, and I literally cannot post on my other channel or on this channel. I literally cannot post it unless I find my phone, so that's the reason why it's been being delayed so much. Overall, the Africans will fall, and then will come the South Americans, Australians, and then the Antarcticans, penguins. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I sure did. But yeah. Stay tuned for another mapping video. And peace out, my dudes.